Amber shows. Happy Friday. This is the day that checks come. This is the day to get paid. This is the day the eagle flies. Yes, the eagle is flying. Okay, let's start with some news, some sad news, which is the legendary B.B. King has passed away. I'm so sorry to hear about him passing. He was a legend, a blues and guitarist, and he came from the depths of Mississippi and made it all the way to Carnegie Hall. He also was a friend of my mom's back in the day. I remember her talking about him when I was young. And also I went to dancing school in Detroit. I took a ballet, tap, modern jazz, and toe. And his wife, Baby D, I actually bought Ziggy Johnson's dance theater where I attended. So I would see him sometimes, and his wife, Baby D. I believe she has since passed on as well. So the thrill is gone. I'm sorry to hear about it, but his music will continue to live on and on. In Islamabad, Pakistan, mass poisoning of dogs has taken place, which is very disturbing. You know how I feel about my animals. They said they have too many dogs in that city, and so they've been poisoning dogs. They showed pictures of dogs just lined up that have been poisoned. Also, I'm sorry about the background, but there's work that's going on in my area. But they were actually giving people rewards to shoot the dogs. And then they ended up, now they used to put them on abandoned, uninhabited islands, and then now they're actually shooting the dogs. Has anybody ever heard of a neuter? The animal activists have gotten involved. These dogs should be neutered. And speaking of dogs, here comes the little dog that I feed every day. He's coming up. Alright, so, also, it's been 6 months now since the shooting in Cleveland of the baby boy, 12 years old, Tamar Rice, who never had a chance. Loman Garabak is the one who pulled the trigger. He let him lay on the ground bleeding. He tackled his sister, who ran up to him, to Tamar Rice, to try and help her brother, who was bleeding on the concrete, and they would not let her even comfort her brother. She was 14 years old. She is 14 years old. To help her brother, they let these cops let this boy lay on the ground for longer than 5 minutes before ambulances were called. These police officers actually just pulled up because they got a call of someone with a gun that was possibly shooting a gun. This boy had a toy gun. He was sitting on a park bench at a park, and the cops, on the videotape, you will see that they just pulled up and they shot, and this Loman Garabak shot him. When they looked over Garabak's records, they're saying that he had his mental health records, that he had his firearm qualifications were really bad. They said he was weepy, he never followed instructions, he could not follow simple directions, he could not communicate clearly his thoughts nor recollections, and his handgun performance was dismal. Tamar had not been buried until just last week. His parents had kept his body for the last 6 months, hoping for some type of investigation and justice, and it just has not happened. If you have allergies, this is the worst allergy in the history of time now. So take off your clothes when you get home because you track pollen around the house. Take a shower, wash your hair, your body good, because you don't want to put that pollen on your bed sheets or on your pillows. Dress with hats and sunglasses to protect your hair and your face. Put Vaseline around the rim of your nostrils to trap pollen before it enters your mucous membranes. And if you don't have to go out, don't go out between dawn and dusk. Those are the worst times for allergies. Tonight, make sure you watch 2020 on ABC at 10 p.m. We're talking about counterfeit drugs, counterfeit toothpaste, counterfeit makeup. They found people who just looking for a better deal. And there are people on the streets that are selling these things, and they've actually found traces of antifreeze in some of the makeup that's being sold on the street, the medications for ointments for arthritis. They found things in these ingredients that will make you sick, and they are unhealthy. Try not to buy any of these things, especially fake medicine. If you can't afford your medicine, medication than try and get some over-the-counter medication that can possibly help you in some way until you can get some money. Okay, but watch it tonight. It's very disturbing. Try and get the real thing. I want to also just say quickly, thank you to one of my friends, Dr. Dorothy King. She sent me information about Benjamin O. Davis, Jr. He was the first black man as a cadet at West Point. He was ostracized there, of course. He ended up becoming a Tuskegee Airman, an Air Force general. He retired as a 3-star general, and he was awarded a 4-star in 1998 by President Bill Clinton. He died in 2002 at age 89. Now in death he's getting justice. So he, even though he's not around, at least his family will be there because he's being posthumously honored as a black cadet for West Point. Thank you so much, you guys, for following the Amber Shows, and I'll get back to you later. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. And don't forget for my thumbs up.